Okay guys, back at it with another shooting workout for you today. Bryce is going to handle this one. I'm going to rebound for him. So you could do this one by yourself, or you could do it with a partner who's just rebounding. Maybe you take turns in 5-minute segments. Maybe you just take turns in sets of 5 shots at a time, whatever you want to do. I'm still dealing with a little calf issue. I'm doing my best to try to let it rest and not do anything I don't have to do. So my nugget for you today is, I was looking at this. I was pumping up a ball earlier, and I was like, you know what? This pump works great if it has something to give, right? If I just push on this thing, it doesn't do anything. It's useless. But if I pull back, you can see I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little channel on both sides here. When you pull back, obviously you're allowing it to suck in air. Now it's got something to give, and that works really well, right? Simple and efficient. Think about yourself, right? If you don't take anything in, whether this is personal, off the court, like what are you putting into your mind, what are you putting into your body, you don't have anything to give, right? Same thing on the court. You're playing a lot of games, but what are you putting into that game? What are you putting into your training and your work that now the game happens and I got something to give to it, and I can give every time I play that game because I'm constantly putting something in, okay? Putting something in your mind, your heart, your emotions, your soul, your spirit, in your game. All right? So let's get after the workout today. The first set here, kind of a warm-up ball handling set. You're going to do a lot of ball handling in today's workout. The first set, we're going to start block to elbow. And Bryce is going to go with a outside hand. So he's going to start on the lower left block there. Ball's in his left hand. He's just going to do it between the legs, between the legs, between the legs. Now, you're not going to do this in a game, but you might go between the legs into a shot. So again, you're doing the one thing, you're just doing it multiple times to prepare yourself for that one that you're going to actually do in a game. So he's just going to get a little rhythm dribble 3 times up to about the elbow, and then I want to see him kind of turn and drop into his shot. So this is not a stop, big 1-2. This would be more of a turn, drop on both feet, quick shot. Okay, here we go. quick break. Okay, so the second set, very similar. He's just going to do it with a behind the back dribble. Again, you might not do 3 of them, but you might keep that ball away from your defender, right? That's why we're doing it behind the back. Defender's kind of handsy, they're out in front of us. We're going to keep the ball away from the defender, but you need to be able to transfer that, if those hands drop, right into a shot pocket and into a shot. So from behind, drop, shot, right? And try to make that one motion, not drop in 2-3 steps in there if I don't need it. Just drop right into it, and then I'm up into my shot. Okay, here we go. it up a little bit here. Okay, next set. On the 5-minute set here, we're going to shuffle into a sweep, one dribble pull-up. So shuffle meaning you've got your momentum going, right? You don't want to be flat-footed on the basketball court. You're kind of shuffling. You're anticipating the ball's about to come, so you get your momentum going. Sometimes it gives you a little advantage, a better angle, possibly. So Bryce is going to shuffle a couple of times, catch, sweep. We like to say get it in your pocket, that kind of sweep motion. I don't want to sweep. A lot of people will sweep and then come right back up to where they were. They might start high, sweep low, but then come right back up, and now it just takes forever. So when you sweep, think I'm going down, get it into my pocket, somewhere below my waist, sweep even to the knee if you can, and then get into your one dribble pull-up. What I like about this is it takes all your speed, all your momentum, it forces that defender to probably open up and run instead of slide with you, and when they open on the run, you're hitting a one dribble pull-up while they're still having to stop, turn, and contest. So sweep, one dribble pull up. He'll switch sides every time. Okay, sweep hard, one dribble pull up. Left, right, left. Do this one again. So left on the sweep, right, left, and you're done. break. Okay, so that was shuffle into a sweep, one dribble pull up. Now I'm gonna have him catch a little further out. I'm gonna go 2 dribbles. Okay, a lot of times, in fact, most of you can probably get to the rim on 1 dribble even. Everybody can get to the rim on 2 dribbles, but you can't always get to the rim. There might be people in your way. There might be a big shot blocker in there. So you've got to be able to take an angle that says, I'm getting away from my defender, but I'm not quite gonna get into the lane. And some people will say, oh, that's a bad shot. Not if you're a good shooter, right? A mid-range pull-up is a great shot if you are a good shooter because you're the one shooting it. It's a bad shot for a bad shooter to take, of course. And I totally get the whole threes and layups idea and concept that's really popular now. I totally get it. But I think if you're better players, you're better shooters, should have a green light. Like if it's a good shot for you, it's a good shot because you're the good shooter. You're the one who works. That's a 15-footer, a 10-footer. That's a bucket. So we're gonna go 2 dribbles. Okay, try to keep that speed, that pace. A lot of people like going 1 dribble, but they're not used to a 2 dribble pull-up. It took me a while to get used to this. But pick an angle, pick a spot you're gonna shoot from and say, I'm just gonna get there before the defender does and before I get into all the mess with bigger people, right? Especially if you're small, you're not the best athlete in the world. It's one thing if you're Michael Jordan, you're gonna go in at the rim, great. But if you're just, an okay athlete, but you know what you're doing, you're efficient with your footwork and your dribble, you can get in that 1-2, 2 dribble pull-up and shoot an open, good shot for a good shooter. Okay, here we go. So same thing, Bryce. A little bit higher out. Not sliding as much, maybe walk into, so you get a little time in your hard sweep. 2 dribbles kind of towards the baseline, not so much into me. Okay? Find that spot, find that timing. Good. So you could see like Bryce's first few there, he was kind of figuring out the timing, the footwork of that 2 dribble. But then, and what he was trying to do is sometimes when we take that second dribble, we're trying to dribble, and like each step, remember you get a couple steps in between, that ball's in your hand, it's kind of rotating in your hand, you can take those steps. So try to keep just moving through that shot, or through the running process there. And you could see as the second half of that, he really settled in, found a nice rhythm. His footwork was good. He was covering another 3-4 feet just by getting the ball to kind of rotate in his hand as he was coming up. So really good improvement through the drill. And that's why you repetition. You do repetition as much as good shooters do. You do it over and over and over. Eventually, you kind of work out the kinks, and you just figure it out, and then you get that confidence. Like, I know I'm going to be able to do this in a game. I'm going to do this at full speed. I'm going to do this with a guy guarding me. I can do it 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, 3, whatever, because I've done it so many times. All right, next set. Here we are. So that was shuffle into sweep, 2 dribble pull up. Now he's going to shuffle it into a 1 dribble and stop. So he's going hard 1 dribble, but just doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's not going to be over. So he's going to do a little back up, bring that defender to him. Okay, so as he's backing up, you're trying to get that defender to go from kind of an easy slide defensive position to, okay, I'm going to come at him, and now he's in big trouble when he's in this position. So he's going to back up 1 or 2 dribbles, and then do a influence cross. So when we do that, watch my feet here. I'm going to kind of, almost like a little hop 1-2 there. I pull back, a little hop 1-2, and now I come back the other way. Okay? Bryce kind of tweaked his leg the other day, so he's just gonna. We're just gonna rep out, or we're just gonna demonstrate the next couple drills. That one, and there's one more, just so he doesn't stress it out anymore. So you saw what he was doing there on that one. Pull back, and then let that defender come to you, and then try to get them to think, okay, I'm coming towards him, and now all of a sudden you come at him with that crossover. So I'm coming back, defender's coming towards me. Now I, make it look like I'm going to run this way, and then cross over back the other way. Okay. Now the only difference here, same concept. You're not going to cross it over though. Okay. You're just going to shuffle into 1 dribble, pull back, hesitate, and then shoot. So this one you would pull back. Okay. And now you're going to look like you're going at it. So that step right there that we went on the crossover, I might still do that step. But now I would pull up and shoot. I might just stutter and shoot. I might just come high and kind of walk into it and shoot. But you're getting that defender back. Typically when the defender's backing up, their hands are going to go down. Okay, and now they're not in on you as a shooter. I'm just looking for space, right? So back, come at it, and then up into a shot here. We'll just do a couple demonstrations here. Okay, so again, just adding different things and progressions so that when you get in a game, you know, and defender takes this thing away, whatever that thing is, maybe it's your move. You're a left to right crossover guy, and that's your move. Well, they take that away. Okay, I got something different. I can add this to it or that to it, all within the context of your offense. You're not going to sit there and dribble 5 times. If your coach says, hey, we want 1 dribble and a pass or whatever, or we want to be attacking the rim, we need to get to the paint every possession. You know, 5, 6 dribbles here isn't going to work. You got to make a 1 dribble move and be able to get to the paint, but you need 2 or 3 1 dribble moves in case the defender knows what your move is. And now I'm still getting to the paint. I'm still doing what our offense calls for it to do, but I'm valuable because I can do it no matter who's guarding me and no matter how they're guarding me. Okay. Last thing, last nugget. I had a really good laugh this morning, and it felt really good. You know, it's been a hard time, obviously, for everybody, depending on when you're watching this, but and sometimes it's just really good to laugh. I'm a big fan of Key and Peele. If you've seen any of their sketches or whatever, not the cleanest things in the world, but they're just hilarious. I laugh so loud and so hard every time. And I just had this really good laugh as I was watching one of their sketches, and it just made me feel good. So if you got a chance to watch a funny movie tonight, anything that's just gonna kind of brighten that spirit and kind of remind yourself, yep, it's okay to laugh, it's okay to have fun, even though we're in a crazy and tough time for a lot of people. It's okay to mix in a little bit of laughter once in a while. It really helps us out. All right, we'll see you next time.